So I was laid off less than 24 hours ago, and
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like the video because it helps with my algorithm. So in today's video, we'll be talking about layoffs are destroying so many families and people are left broke, no food and homeless. So I put these stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back share my true sense.
I was laid off less than 24 hours ago, and I'm still feeling the shock, but also I'm feeling some peace. I can't explain it. And I don't really talk about my full-time job here, but I am a sales executive. I have been for the last like 2.5 years. And the way that everything went down yesterday just wasn't the way that they should have done this layoff, because they didn't even have my last paycheck prepared. They haven't cashed out the bit of vacation time that I have. So I need all of that. Like, nothing was prepared. I was handed a letter with my paycheck for this week because they were having issues with ADP. So all of us had to come into the office to get our paycheck. And I had a meeting to go over some spreadsheets that I've been going over for my commission that they still haven't fully paid out. So the fact that they laid me off yesterday and they were really apologetic, but they're dealing with some financial mishaps, it's all on them. And we're obviously dealing with the nonsense of someone that cannot run a small business properly. And it is fucked up, because I was thinking, if this happens, I'm going to be getting all this stuff at once, like it should be. And I've been looking for another job for the last few months while I have this job, because this job has become very toxic. It has affected my mental health, my physical health, to the point that my primary doctor was getting involved to get me a note so I can get off of work for mental health reasons. And my therapist, it's been the running conversation there. So this is something that has truly affected me in many different ways. But I was still looking for another job while I had this job, because I couldn't just take the full leap when I'm the only one paying my rent here, all of my bills, my debt, all of it. Plus, I also deal with chronic pain, and I've been paying for my chiropractor and physical therapy out of pocket. I had a few doctor's appointments coming up now that I'm not going to be able to have with Kaiser. They haven't even handed me or let me know about the information for Cobra, which I know I'm not going to be able to afford. So yeah, it's all a mess. I know that the universe stripped me of this job because they knew that it wasn't for me anymore. And I knew I've been manifesting something much better for me. And I know, like, I'm obviously still have the right to be angry and upset. But at the same time, I know that the universe stripped me of this job before the end of the year because something better is coming. And I don't know what that's going to look like. But I know that I want to push myself to do my content creation. I know that there's something there. I know there's something there. I've been wanting to start up a new business again and give that a try again as an entrepreneur. And right now, the only way I can go is up. I have nothing else to lose. And I just want to put myself out there even more in the content here and get more of those opportunities here. And that's what I'm going to do. And I don't know how that's going to look like right now. Right now, I'm just giving myself grace this weekend to just like process everything. And, I know there's a lot of emotions that come up after you get laid off. And, it's hard. It's hard, especially when you're the only person that's taking care of yourself. I don't have a partner right now. And even if I did, I still want to make my own money. And I don't have a wealthy family to reach out to. So it's just me. And I know that I've gone through worse things than this, and I've made it through. I've made it happen. I've taken care of myself. I've hustled when I got laid off during COVID from a really great job. I just hustled, like Depop, Mercari, was doing whatever I could to keep my apartment. And now, here again. This time around, though, I am dealing with the chronic pain, so that is a bit limiting. But I'm just going to put it out there that better things are coming. And I've been seeing a lot more videos of other people also getting laid off right before the holidays, which is so cruel.
Hi guys. It's part of a layoff today, which is crazy. I'm a recruiter. I work in talent acquisition. My background is in like biotech, health tech startups. And yeah, it was part of a massive layoff today, which is a bummer. I'm feeling like all of the emotions and just came on here to kind of talk about it. I'm bringing you along on the journey of processing this layoff, which is like kind of one of the shittiest feelings in the world for like a lot of reasons. Like with the current state of the world and like having to search for a job, I'm obviously like scared and worried. Yeah, so that happened to me today and it affected over like half my team. A bunch of us were affected. It kind of came out of the blue. We weren't expecting this. And so, yeah, not great, but if any of my fellow like biotech, health tech pals out there have any leads in the talent acquisition space, I'm actively looking. And if any of my friends want to drop a comment on like, you know, some of my qualities of why I'm hireable and great, that would be awesome. But no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm actively looking to network. Probably gonna bring you guys on this journey. I'm probably just gonna be TikToking and looking for a job. So, but I have amazing friends and everyone's been super supportive. And yeah, I just like, it's such a blow to like your ego and your self-worth. And like, you know, just like, what are you doing? And I live in the tri-state area, so it's like bills, you know, your apartment, just everything. And yeah, it's just like really overwhelming and scary. So any leads, any good vibes appreciated, but I'm gonna hit the job hunt tomorrow. Yeah, in the meantime, thanks for listening, sticking around. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Fuck, this is hard. Okay. So, I just got fired from my job today. And, this job pays for everything. Everything. All my bills. Everything for my kids. And there's just so much going on right now. The holidays, my kids' birthdays. My daughter wanted a sweet 16. I have been with this company for 3 years. And I work my ass off for them. I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning for a shift at 3:30 in the morning, and I do all the bullshit that they tell me to do. And this is what happens. I'm a mom. I'm a female. I do shit that men do. Like, fuck, give me some leeway. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I can't believe I got fired. I bust my ass for this company. There's so much happening right now. There's so much happening right now. This is not the time. This was not the time to get let go. Fuck. I can't believe I became one of those people who cry on camera.
I've been fired from Amazon after 8 years. And here's what I learned. Them motherfuckers don't care nothing about no loyalty. And am I delusional for thinking that Amazon would care that I was there for 8 years? Am I delusional? Call me delusional, child, but I actually thought it mattered. So I basically got fired for low productivity. And if you're somebody that's ever worked at Amazon, you know that if you don't hit those metrics, you don't hit that rate every week, it's going to be a write-up. It's going to be a write-up. Whatever the metrics are for that building and you don't meet them, you're going to get a write-up. And baby, when I tell you, like, my third write-up that I got, I fought that shit and I won it. But while in the process of fighting for my third write-up to get dropped, they literally gave me another write-up that same week. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they were gunning for me or so many rules and policies had changed that I just could not keep up with it. Like, the rates just kept going up. So when they finally terminated me or whatever, they walked my ass out the building like I was a motherfucking thief. And the lady was like, oh, well, you were hitting your metrics for this week, but you just didn't hit it from last week. Like, girl, don't piss me the fuck off. So basically, I got the option to appeal my termination. And of course, I appealed it because I need my motherfucking job. I was there for 8 years, duh. So I appealed it. I appealed it with a group of tier 1 associates who were just like me. And them motherfuckers didn't care. I learned that when you are in the process of doing your termination with Amazon, you cannot come from an emotional standpoint. You need to prove basically why the termination is basically incorrect, why the policy was not upheld in the correct way, which is like, of course it was hidden in the correct way. I didn't meet my goals, but that's not the only thing that should matter. Amazon always talks about, oh, numbers don't matter, numbers don't matter. Well, why is it that when I'm appealing my termination, you don't seem to care about anything else besides me talking about like why the policy wasn't upheld? I came to them from a standpoint of saying like, okay, I was sick, I wasn't feeling well that week, and I generally was not feeling well that week. I had a really bad cough. But I also came from an emotional standpoint and saying like, okay, I'm a mom of 4, you know, I need my job. The economy is really hard. This is not a time where people should be really even looking for a job. Like, really stick with the job that you have because it's hard out here to find another job. So I was coming from all sorts of emotional standpoint, just a standpoint of like as an associate who's been there for 8 years, and they did not fucking care. That shit is pissing me off because they did not fucking care like that I was there for 8 years. It's not that like I thought that I was going to get like any extra leeway, but I don't know. I feel like I thought it should have been considered in some form of fashion. You know, I mean, I've been there for 8 years, but I guess you could also say like, oh, well, you've been there for 8 years. You should know what you're doing. Yeah, I know what I'm doing, but Amazon keeps changing their rates and their metrics, and that shit just keeps going up and up and up. And then they work you like a fucking dog, and it just keeps going up and up and up. It's like the better that you work at this job, the more they're just going to keep pushing like the goalposts because they just want to keep pushing you to work hard. So that's just my little story time. And yes, I'm filing for unemployment because Amazon deserves me after being there for 8 years. Yeah, they motherfucking owe me, bitch. So we're in the process of filing for unemployment. So we're going to see what happens after that. And I'm still in the process of trying to find a job. As you know, it's not motherfucking easy. The job market is trash, just like the rest of the economy. So your girl just going to keep doing what she does best, and that's keep pushing.
So I got fired less than half an hour ago. I'm in bed with my puppy. He is being amazing. And honestly, I'm kind of relieved. I'm not a corporate girl anymore. I can no, okay, I'm anxious. I'm really anxious, right? Like, this is not good for a financial situation. Like, this is not good for a lot of reasons, but it is good because I didn't want to be at that company, because I was thinking about leaving, because I can say all the things I wanted to say about how I miss the arts and I want to be back in the arts. So kind of a weird, funny, like, blessing in disguise. Really funny how I got fired, because I think, so I'll actually describe it in a different video, but I made one very silly, stupid mistake. It was like a very human mistake. Like, I didn't lose the company any money. I didn't like do anything that like affected anyone else's workflow. Like, literally, I told a single white lie, and they were like, that's a huge like ethical code of conduct violation, blah blah blah. I had like sent a big apology email too, acknowledging like what I did. I like came clean about it and everything. I was like, I'm so sorry, like I shouldn't have lied, blah blah blah. Like, I panicked, you know, I understand that this is a big deal and I'll accept whatever consequences. I didn't know they were gonna fire me. Like, they were treating it like I had like broken like a law, like committed a significant crime. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So anyway, working through a lot of emotions, working through them on camera, apparently. We'll see what happens. If you want to follow along, you know where to find me.
Hey y'all, transparent moment. I lost my job yesterday after working there for this would have been 6 years. Yes, 6 years. Am I upset? As you can see, I'm not upset. Actually very much I feel like the chains have been broken off of me. Y'all, I was fired yesterday because I took my baby to the hospital. I had to take her to the emergency room. The day before yesterday, my baby woke up with a temperature of 104. 104. Okay, fine. I already had a meeting with my manager a long time ago. You know, when you get to a certain point level, they always be like, well, I have to write you up just to let you know, yeah, me and her, we've been through this plenty of time. Mind you, I would have been fired if I was a bad worker years ago. I'm a very good worker. You know what I'm saying? The only time my attendance was messed up was last year when I was pregnant. I had hyperemesis gravidarum. My FMLA did not kick in until later that year. I found out I was pregnant in April. My FMLA was not given to me until July. Yeah, July. So by that time, I had already used my call-outs because I was so sick. But you do know that they cannot fire pregnant women, right, for being sick. So, yeah. Anyways, the way that our point system works, your points do not fall off until the following year. Okay. So my next point was not going to fall off, I think she said, until like September, October-ish. So she told me I would have to show up to work every single day, not late or nothing. Nothing could happen to my baby or me from June all the way to October. Yeah. Did she say November? I can't remember. Anyways, it was probably towards the end of the year. I already knew in my head that was going to be impossible. Y'all, my baby has when she was born, she had some type of problems where she wasn't using the bathroom properly. So I had doctor's appointments lined up every single Monday, which that was already taken care of. I didn't have to call out for those. Anyways, yes, I called out of work the day before yesterday because Avery, which is my baby, temperature was 104. I called the emergency line at her doctor's office, and they told me you need to take her to the emergency room. I took her to the emergency room. I was going to go into going to work late, but I already knew that I was going to be fired, so it was just no point. So I showed up to work yesterday, even though I knew I was going to be terminated. I completed like a couple hours of my shift, and I seen my manager at the time walking around trying to figure out how she could fix the schedule. Mind you, she hasn't even said anything to me about being fired, but I already knew. So I was already telling my coworkers, like, this is probably be the last day you see me. And I think everybody probably thought I would be mad and upset. I've been trying to find a way out of this job for so long. I knew that once I had my baby, 4:45 in the morning was not going to cut it. Yes, I have family members to watch my baby, but eventually my baby has to go to daycare. I'm in North Carolina. There is no daycares open at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was never going to work. So yeah, I went up to my manager and I was like, well, don't wait till the end of my shift to fire me. Just fire me now. They have this thing about waiting till the end of your shift to fire you. You're not doing that to me today. You're not. And if y'all hear my baby, she's sick. I have to take her back to the emergency room today. I'm just waiting for her doctors to call me around 8:30. But y'all, anyways, I just wanted to say 2 weeks ago, I went up to the altar and I told my pastor what I wanted. I said, I need another job that will benefit me and my child, where I don't have to get up 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't have to work short staff. I don't have to be stressed out. I don't have to worry about coworkers going in the office, worried about me, telling on me for just dumb stuff. Like, so much drama in that job, y'all wouldn't even understand. Like, the job is to the point where people are quitting, people are going to other jobs, people are getting fired, and they don't even care. Did I think I would be getting fired? I mean, I don't know, because I've been there for 6 years. Honestly, I wasn't really waiting on my manager to like be like, okay, well, I'm gonna work with you. I really wasn't thinking it, honestly. But short story, anyways, when I went up to the altar, I told the pastor I want another job. I fell to my knees and I prayed for it. He prayed over me. I had no idea I would get fired, but I never had the strength to walk away from that job. My grandma used to say, walk out on faith. And I never had the strength to leave that job. Like, I always be like, well, what am I going to do if I do lose my job? I at least need to find something else. God made a way out for me. People might not see it that way, but God definitely made a way out for me. Because any other mother that had nobody else, I didn't have the father to come pick my baby up, take her to the emergency room, and I go to work. There was no other way. It was just never going to work out. I did what I had to do. I put my daughter first, and I'm going to put my daughter first every single time. If it's something severe like that, to the point where she might have a UTI, I'm taking my daughter to the hospital. Simple as that. Like, I will never, ever feel bad for putting my child first. These jobs do not care about you. I worked there for 6 years. I'm fired on the 6th year. These jobs don't care about you, and I'm not mad, but I was just coming to say that God will make a way for you. I'm just trying to tell y'all. But yeah, y'all. So I'm in very good spirits. I am very happy that I am just free from waking up at 4:45 in the morning to go to work, drop my baby off. Something better is coming.
Yeah, don't mind my part. I just noticed that it's not inimmutable, whatever. So I got fired from my job November 7th, right? And I made a video about that, explaining it or whatever. I contacted a lawyer, got in touch with a lawyer, but they advised me that this certain hospital, it's hard to pursue them, especially if I don't like have any evidence that the reason they transferred me, you know, it gotta be like a what is it, EO complaint or something like that, or related to EO. And I filed for unemployment. My account was locked today with the unemployment website. I called them today. They was like, oh, my account is under investigation because I guess the job reported I voluntarily quit, which is false. So now I don't have any unemployment money. My lights were just shut off yesterday. Thank God for family and friends, because my best friend gave me the money for me to be able to like turn it back on. Like, I have $0 in my name, and I've been searching for jobs and searching and searching. I applied to the whole Indeed. Like, when I tell y'all, like, somebody see my application, it's not that I'm a new grad. I got LPN experience, RN experience, military medic. I mean, it's not like I don't have the experience. It's just that y'all post these jobs and nobody's hit me up, or I have an interview and now I'm just waiting. Rent was on the 30th. It's the 2nd. Card note past due. Credit card payments past due. I supposed to help enter my BS program, BSN program, January 5th. I still am not able to get my background check because they want $50 for it. I'm like, babe, I don't even have $50 to spare. Like, y'all, it's so frustrating because I'm like, my old job making it hard for me to get unemployment. Other jobs not hitting me back up. I mean, I got drill this weekend, but I don't get that paycheck till 2 weeks from that. Thank God this little veteran place paid for my next bill that's due December 12th. Like, it's so frustrating because, like, y'all be wanting people to settle for these jobs, or settle for what y'all just throw at them at a job and y'all just fire me because it's an at-will state. Like, I gotta get out of Mississippi. It's no resources. Like, when my light got cut off yesterday, or when I was past due on my rent, like 20 days late. Thank you for my cousin for that. Like, it's a wait list. I called churches. I mean, all the churches around close by me, or not even close by me. Nothing. So it's like, what do y'all expect me to do? It's so frustrating. I just gotta vent, because being a nurse, people think it's so easy to find a job as a nurse. Clearly, it's not. I mean, even when I was an LPN, it was hard to find a freaking job. Like, now I'm an RN.
That's a video, so I'm just here just to add on like what I think about today's video. So we're talking about layoffs are destroying families, leaving them broke, no food, and homeless. So guys, layoffs are destroying lives in ways many people don't fully understand until it hits their own home. And today I want to talk about this reality so many families are quietly facing. Everywhere you look, someone is getting that unexpected email. That's called meeting invitation. That sudden announcement that the position has been eliminated. And the truth is that most people are not prepared for it. These layoffs don't just take away the jobs, they take away people's lives, okay? A job is more than a paycheck. It is stability, identity, and direction. And losing it feels like having a ground pulled out from under you. These layoffs don't just take away income, they immediately create a financial emergency. Life is expensive, wages are low, and savings are small. People are waking up with no idea how they will afford rent, how they'll put food on the table, how they will take care of their children, and the pressure is heavy in ways that doesn't show on social media. Families who looked comfortable a few months ago are now selling their belongings, skipping meals, cutting electricity, and doing everything possible to survive. Guys, many people are also ending up displaced, forced to move back home, sleep on relatives' couch, or stay with friends because rent has become impossible and the emotional toll is even worse. Layoffs make people feel like they are failed, even though it's companies protecting profits, not workers. Performance, the shame, fear, and uncertainty can break someone's mentality long before money runs out. What makes this situation even more painful is how unpredictable it is. People are being laid off while their companies are still making millions. Workers are told to work harder, be loyal, show initiative, yet in the end, they're still in the first thing cut. It leaves people confused, angry, and wondering what job security even means anymore. But in the middle of this crisis, it's important to remember something. Losing a job does not mean losing your value, your talent, your intelligence, creativity, and experience, and potential do not disappear because a company decided to eliminate a position. This storm is real, but it's temporary. Many people rise from layoffs with new ideas, strong resilience, and a clear direction. If you're going through this, you're not alone. Millions of people around the world are facing the same battle. Being broke is not a character flaw. Struggling does not mean you're failing. Needing help is part of being human. This season can be the beginning of the new chapter, a new career, a mindset, and everything. So you have to really like take care of yourself, okay? So a lot of people are being laid off, and I've seen like a lot of videos on TikTok where people chased the outside, they've been evicted from their houses because they can't afford to pay. And the other thing, people are saying, why were you not saving with this economy? How can you even save the money? The money what people get is not even enough to buy food, to pay rent, to also take care of their children. Remember, these people have kids, okay? So it's really destroying families because once you have money problems, stress is going to come in and you think like how I'm going to take care of my kids. And the most heartbreaking video I saw on TikTok was saying a woman staying in a car with her children. So this girl was writing her homework in the car in the night, okay? So they sleep in parkings and it's not very safe for a child, you understand? Even for a mother, it's not a safe place to be. So they have no options but just um, to be in their car because life is not lifing at all. It's hard. They can't afford to pay to put a roof on the head. But because these are just basic needs, but people now are even failing to have their basic needs because it's a child's right. It's every person's right to have just a roof on your head. You don't have to keep like begging like every time. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching my channel. I'll see you in my next episodes. Bye.